Hey there, Ebic Church family. I am coming to you from my front porch on Wednesday afternoon. It is gorgeous out here, blue skies, a little breeze, 70 degrees. I hope that you have a chance to enjoy this beautiful day. I am enjoying seeing some of the signs of this new season of spring popping up. So one of those signs is actually hanging on our front door. So we always have a wreath hanging on the door, and most years we actually end up with birds building a nest in the wreath. So I'm going to try and get up close here so you can see it. There we go. There's the nest with a couple little eggs in there. And so before long we will have little baby birdies showing up on our front door. That's one thing. It seems every year some bird, starts gathering straw and sticks and whatever they can find, and they build a nest, and then we end up with that as a little taste of spring on our front door. Second thing that we really look forward to is the flowers. Now, you're going to get a little glimpse of our landscaping here. Terrible landscapers. I'm not a good gardener. Don't judge. But we do like our daffodils. And Kim's favorite flower is tulips. At our wedding, the bouquet was tulips, even though it was October, so it was not tulip season. She just had to have tulips because she loves them, and so we have tulips planted around here. So we've got, if you can see, we've got some yellow tulips that are coming up there. We have some purple tulips that should be showing up here before too long. But just this morning, I saw the first of the budding tulips to show up. So this red one here is the very first one that we got this year, and it's looking lovely. Signs of spring make us think of new life. It's very appropriate that Easter is in the spring because resurrection is all about new life, and we celebrate that in this season. When you think about signs of the season, there's also signs, I think, often of God's work in our lives. And so I encourage you to think about what are some signs of what God is doing in your life. As you're maybe stuck at home, as your routines look different, as you're dealing with some of the disappointments of what's going on in our world right now, what are the signs that you see, the good signs of God at work? Think about those signs, look for those signs, celebrate the signs of God at work, and maybe you'd even consider sharing them. So on our virtual connection card, which you can find on our etownbic.org/live page, you can find a link to our virtual connection card. There's a place on there to talk about ways you see God at work, and I hope that some of you will share some of those things. Just a few updates for you. It is Holy Week, and we are not doing our typical Maundy Thursday foot washing service for obvious reasons. If that's been a meaningful part of the year for you, maybe that's something you can do with your family. Maybe you can come up with a way to virtual foot wash. I have no idea, but not able to do that. But we do have some special things coming. So tomorrow, Thursday, 7 p.m., there is a community Holy Week service. Some pastors got together and some churches worked together to develop a service that includes pastors and worship teams from several different churches. And ours is one of those. So you can view that. It's going to be available on our live page and on our YouTube page. You can find it there. And I encourage you to check that out. It's going to be available Thursday starting at 7 p.m., about a 45-minute service of music, of scripture reading, of reflection and prayer. And so you can check that out. Then Friday, we will have an EBIC special service, and that is a Tenebrae service. Now, that's something that the church has done in the past that some of you would be very acquainted with. Tenebrae is the Latin word for darkness or shadows. It's a service of candlelight that gradually gets darker as we remember and reflect on the death of Jesus. And so we're putting that service together. That's going to be available on Friday, Good Friday, 7 p.m. Again, on our live site and YouTube page, you can find that service. I encourage you to check that out. And it will be a reflective service of remembering just what Jesus went through for our sakes. And then, of course, we have the main event. We have our resurrection celebration on Sunday morning. Service will start at 8:30. It'll be live streamed, and then by about 10:15, the recording should be available for those of you that aren't joining us live at 8:30. We've got a number of special things that we've included in this service. I think you'll still find it a meaningful service, even though we're not going to be able to be together. And I really hope that you're finding ways to make this whole week a meaningful time of reflecting and celebrating Jesus and the difference that he makes in our lives. I'm looking forward to these special services. I hope you plan to participate, and I look forward to talking to you again on Sunday. God bless.